Chelsea made history in the Champions League, becoming the first club ever to see three teenagers score in a single match as they demolished Ajax 5-1 at Stamford Bridge. At first glance, the starting lineup hardly looked like one for Europe's grandest stage. With so many fresh faces, it could easily have been mistaken for a Conference League side rather than a Champions League contender. But what these youngsters delivered under the London rain was nothing short of extraordinary. Under the floodlights of Stamford Bridge, a fearless and hungry young Chelsea side tore through Ajax Amsterdam in a night that had everything: goals, penalties, drama, and a flash of red. It poured relentlessly, yet nothing could dampen the energy, the emotion, or the sheer audacity of youth on display. 3 teenage goal scorers, 3 penalties, 1 red card. It was chaos, beauty, and football at its purest. Manager Enzo Maresca took a bold gamble, fielding a team with an average age of just 22 and making 10 changes from the Premier League win over Nottingham Forest just days earlier. It was a statement of faith in Chelsea's new generation, a rotation that spoke volumes about the depth, ambition, and identity Maresca is building. I'm very proud. It's a special night for the club, for the young players, Maresca said, his voice filled with pride. Guiu already scored 5 or 6 goals for Chelsea last year in the Conference League. Ty has already scored in the Premier League, and Estevao, he's exactly the same. Overall, it was a great night, especially for these young players and for the club. Ajax's night went from bad to disastrous in just 17 minutes. Their captain, Kenneth Taylor, was sent off after a reckless and unnecessary challenge on Facundo Buonanotte. Referee Felix Zweier initially showed a yellow card, but after consulting the VAR monitor, upgraded it to a straight red, leaving Ajax a man down far too early in the game. Chelsea wasted no time capitalizing on the advantage. Barely a minute later, Marc Guiu pounced inside the box, slotting home from close range to open the scoring in the 18th minute. Only 9 minutes after that, Moises Caicedo doubled the lead with a bold strike from nearly 30 meters out. The shot took a deflection, wrong-footing the goalkeeper and rippling the net. A moment of fortune born from ambition. Ajax briefly found a lifeline in the 37th minute when Wout Weghorst converted from the penalty spot after Tosin Adarabioyo's clumsy challenge on Raul Moro. But that was as good as it got for the Dutch side. Their numerical disadvantage soon exposed their cracks. When Weghorst brought down Enzo Fernandez with another needless tackle in the 45th minute, the Chelsea captain calmly buried the resulting penalty past 41-year-old goalkeeper Remco Pasveer, restoring the 2-goal cushion. Then came another moment of chaos. In first half stoppage time, Yuri Boss lunged recklessly at 18-year-old Estêvão Willian inside the box. The Brazilian teenager dusted himself off and converted the penalty with ice in his veins, making it 4-1 before halftime. From there, the second half was all about damage control for Ajax, a side that has now lost every single Champions League match this season, conceding 11 goals and scoring just once. Weghorst's lonely penalty. Chelsea, on the other hand, were relentless. Riding their momentum, Enzo Maresca sent on 19-year-old Tyrique George right after the break, and the youngster made an instant impact, scoring just 3 minutes into his Champions League debut with a poacher's finish inside the box. Both he and the electric Estevao continued to torment Ajax's defense, carving out chance after chance as the rain-soaked crowd roared them on. While they couldn't quite replicate the madness of the first half, the energy, hunger, and promise of this young Chelsea side never faded. There was even time for another slice of history. 17-year-old Reggie Walsh came off the bench in the second half, becoming Chelsea's youngest ever player to appear in the Champions League. With that emphatic 5-1 win, Chelsea climbed to 11th in the Champions League standings. After a tough opening defeat to Bayern Munich, the Blues bounced back with a victory over Benfica, and now this statement performance against Ajax, a result that spoke louder than words. This wasn't just another win. It was a declaration, a bold testament to the club's youth-driven vision. Chelsea's starting 11 that night had an average age of just 22 years and 163 days, making it the second youngest lineup ever fielded in Champions League history. 2 straight wins in the group stage have sent a clear message. Chelsea's future isn't something they're waiting for. It's already here. Investing in young talent isn't just about tomorrow. It's paying off in the present, under the brightest European lights. Speaking after the game, Enzo Maresca reflected on the long-term benefits of building around youth. It's really good, especially when you give them opportunities and they take them. That's so important for the growth of both the players and the club, he said. He expanded further in his interview with UEFA. It's the strategy of the club. We have so many young players. I think already last season we were the youngest squad in the history of the Premier League, so this season we continue in the same way. We changed 10 players from the Forest game. It's not easy to switch that much between the Premier League and the Champions League, but we need to do it. Otherwise, they'll struggle because of the number of games. We have to protect some players. Tonight was also good because we could rotate, especially after the red card. Among the many bright sparks, Estêvão Willian shone the brightest. The Brazilian wonder kid not only scored in Chelsea's commanding 5-1 victory, but also made history, breaking the record his teammate Marc Guiu had set just minutes earlier to become the youngest Chelsea player ever to score in the UEFA Champions League at just 18 years old. When asked about the standout performance of young Estêvão Willian, Enzo Maresca didn't hesitate to draw a bold comparison, likening the Brazilian prodigy to Chelsea's current star, Cole Palmer. For me, he's very similar to Cole Palmer, who I had at a very similar age at Man City, Maresca explained. Cole started out wide because he needed to build his physicality, and now he's playing inside. With Estevão, they're quite similar. Right now, he's playing wide, but in the future, I think he's more of an inside player. The 45-year-old Italian tactician went on to discuss his preference for using Cole Palmer on the right flank, but emphasized that operating in central areas requires a higher level of intelligence, both mentally and physically. Ultimately, Maresca expressed his confidence that it won't be long before both Estevão and Palmer play together regularly in the same starting 11, forming a dynamic and dangerous partnership for Chelsea's future. This victory wasn't just about the scoreline. It was a surge of belief, a statement of identity. Under Enzo Maresca, Chelsea's faith in youth has finally been rewarded. 3 goals from 3 teenage scorers, Estêvão, Tyrique George, and Marc Guiu, didn't just break a record. They symbolized a new era being born at Stamford Bridge. Maresca's bold rotation, changing 10 players from the previous match, showcased not only his courage, but also the incredible depth and maturity within Chelsea's young squad. While the red card to Ajax's captain undoubtedly shifted the balance, the way Chelsea controlled the game, imposed their rhythm, and struck again in the second half, showed real progress in their attacking fluidity and mentality. This is no longer a club searching for its old identity. It's a team reinventing itself with youth, courage, and a clear vision. A fearless generation rising from within, a manager daring to believe, and a club that finally feels alive again. This is the new Chelsea, bold, brilliant, and built for the future.